Good morning and welcome back to. Sorry, I've not had time to do anything between that. Really. But good morning, welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Dundee versus Celtic game day. Team news coming up. Feels as if I've got stuff all over me. Game day coming up. There was a video just went out. I got sent it about half an hour ago or so. One of the Sevco fans taking a meltdown at Ibrox today. Eddie's going for 3-0. 3-0 Celtic today. Kieran's going for 4-0. The team will be out in around about 13 minutes time. The Celtic team will be out. So it'll be interesting to get that team. I don't know why I've got crunchy things that I could choke on as a snack. Sorry, as I just die live. Morning, Paul. Yes, so let's get to the Celtic Twitter. See what they're saying at Dens Park. I don't know who takes the pictures, but it's never a decent picture. That looks like that's an AI picture. Why are Celtic doing this shite? That's an AI generated picture because there's no way is the sky just that one colour. And yeah, they've cocked it up. Why are Celtic doing this? Is the second time that I've seen Celtic do this. Put AI pish. And the reason that you know it's AI is because at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to put this up on the channel just to show you. I don't know why Celtic are going down. This is lazy. Pure lazy by Celtic. I mean, this is the picture that they've put up on Twitter. Now look at the big green line at the bottom. The big green line at the bottom of the... It's like, what on earth are they playing at? Anyway... That's Celtic putting up AI-generated pictures of Dens Park rather than a real picture of Dens Park. I think it's just unbelievable that they're doing that. This is the second time that I've caught them out doing that. And there's no way is that Dens Park pitch as beautiful as it looks on that picture. Sad state of affairs when Celtic are going down that road, isn't it? Anyway, they put that out 19 minutes ago. Dens Park, Dundee, Celt. Hashtag Celtic FC. Hashtag Dun Celt. Yeah, we'll just leave that at that. Just a couple of notifications just came up. Let's just get back to the Celtic site. Celtic have got in their header today, they show racism a red card. Yes, we should show all kinds of racism the red card. There is absolutely no need for it in 2025. And especially in the current climate, where there is quite unfortunately a lot of racism online. And bring back the good old days where you could just have an opinion and not be called a racist for having an opinion. On either side. Don't know, hey, fucking daft lefties. Fucking lefties. But yeah, let's stay away from politics. Even though Celtic have included politics in their stuff in the last couple of days. So, who are you looking forward to watching today for Celtic? Was it 10 Ekis, as somebody called them today? 10 Ekis. God, that's an overdose. Died of an overdose. Overdose. That was a cracking tune from the past. There's another picture that Celtic have put up with their AI generated nonsense. It looks like that looks maybe a bit more. That's a real picture. That one. The other one was definitely AI, or it was a bad. Whoever takes the pictures for Celtic is either really bad or anyway. We'll leave it at that. Let's see what some of the comments are saying this morning. Lee Watts says it's going to be 6-0 to Celtic. Today Celtic do need a convincing scoreline. Woke up rough as toast, needing a big scoreline. Them on the Celts, says Kieran. What about show sectarianism a red card? Yeah. It's not a thing though, is it? I mean, it's never going to be a thing. And all that does is it gets certain parts of Scottish society saying, you're singing about the IRA, that's sectarian. No, it's not, it's freedom fighters, but one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. And we'll just leave it at that. Now today, says Robert. Now today, says Robert. I think if it's 0-0 today, Celtic will struggle to regain top spot at any time soon, because when you look at the league table this morning, Hearts are sitting on 22 points with 8 games played. Celtic go into the game today 5 points behind, sitting on 17 points. If it's 0-0 today and we play Hearts next weekend, Hearts will think that they are in contention to win the league. It makes it fantastic for the rest of Scottish football, and maybe it makes it a bit more thrilling for Celtic fans, because I think winning games late on, as Celtic historically have done over the years, I think it could be a fantastic half season anyway. And I hope that Hearts do keep up their good form. Or maybe the case that we get to them next week. It's always a hard game at Hearts. It's never an easy game at Hearts. So let's just get today out the way even. We play Dundee, who are second bottom, sitting on 11 points. Dundee have only won one of their last 5 games. They've lost 3 and drawn 1 and won 1. They're sitting on 6 points. They're sitting on a goal difference of -7. They've had goals against. They've had 13 goals against already this season, and they've only scored 6 goals out of 8 games played. How are they a game ahead of us? That's a weird one. Puts Livingston on 9 games as well. Interesting, never knew that. But anyway, we do move on. So it all looks like a high scoring goal for Celtic. Statistically, the stats would say, the bookies would say it's going to be a high scoring goal for Celtic. But we know the way that teams play against Celtic in the SPFL. Will the ex-defender of Hearts and Celtic, who is now the manager of Dundee, will he play with a back 5 or a back 6 or a back 7? Or will he just get the whole team to sit in the box and try and nullify Celtic, as so many managers do in the SPFL? And if it does, it'll make a boring game. But Mark says it's going to be 4-0. And I think that if Celtic have any aspirations to go into the game next week, starting early. If we get beat today, Brendan Rodgers has to go. We haven't lost a game all season in the league, Paul. I'm just saying. We won't get beat today. I mean, it's not going to happen, mate. James, what do you think about Bobby Clark coming to Celtic in January? Brendan Rodgers said it's not going to happen. He doesn't know where it came from. The player is on loan for a season at the club he's at. He would have to be recalled early from the loan, and I don't think that that's an easy thing to do, to then sell the player. Surely there's things written into loan agreements that when you take a player on loan for a season, he can't be recalled to be sold to someone else halfway through that season. That's crazy. It's complete nonsense talk. And for the fact that Brendan Rodgers come out and said, I have no idea where that came from. That's so far off the... If you look at all the players that were named... Have a reality check. Look at all the players that we were named with during this summer, and there was an unbelievable amount of players that we were named with that never came anywhere near Celtic. So anyway, some teams play with false 9s. Dundee will play with false 11 today. Happened with us with Valley, Alex Baye. He didn't want to be at Celtic though. He felt that the league wasn't compatible with his style of play. It was too rough and tumble. And plus, says Fabregas, I'm going to say it, has a lot bigger pulling power than Brendan Rodgers. I'm just going to put that out there, Kieran. Do you think that Brendan Rodgers, going into the remaining months of our contract, has the pulling power that says Fabregas has to a young guy who came through the Barcelona ranks, to a Barcelona legend calling out for him to come and play for him, and he'll be a first team player and a first team start? Where at Celtic he was kind of bit part, and he was way better than Greg Taylor. We missed a trick with that young lad. But some of the tackles that was put in against him, in Spain, they are free kicks all day long. In Scotland, the referees have such a shit standard and the game's poor, let's face it, that it's get up and that's never a foul, mate. But in a European context, it's a foul all day long. Rodgers is done up here, says Green Smoke. He's getting in with his negativity earlier this morning. Barcelona didn't recall Valley and sell him. Yeah, they did. Luckily, if two teams want to play football Saturday, that's what Celtic and Falkirk have McGlynn connections to Celtic. Right, let's jump over to the land of the Twitterati to see any Celtic updates before the team comes out. Let's get rid of this. And it's going to be an interesting one today to see what team Brendan Rodgers does put out. We're all sitting waiting with anticipation to see if Alistair Johnston makes his comeback today. Does Alistair Johnston get any game time before such a big week? It's a massive week for Celtic. European game on Thursday, Hearts next week. You need your best players on the pitch. Over this week, we need our best players playing at 110%. Do you risk bringing Alistair Johnston in? I think yes, you need to give him game time. You need to give him some kind of game time so that it gets his fitness up. Get him even more game time. I know that we're not looking to do anything in the Europa. A lot of fans are just like, boom. But you can use the Europa game to get his fitness up and get him even more game time, because he is going to be a massive player for us. Could you imagine going into the Hearts game with Tony Ralston? I'm just being honest. Tony Ralston will get... He's a good player, but he's not Alistair Johnston. And with Dyson Maeda out injured, with Jota out injured, Dyson out injured is a bad one. Will he be back for next week? Let's hope so. It all depends what kind of mood he's in. For me today, it's all about Rio Hatate. Never mind the players that are out injured and players that are going to come in and get some game time. For me, it is all about Rio Hatate today. He needs to show that he's a player that wants to show his class, because it's something that's been lacking over the last couple of weeks. Rio Hatate, in the last couple of months, he's not really hit the limits that we know he can do as a player. Celtic should be releasing the Hounds any second. Press the button, Celtic. Oh my God, Yang starts. So does Ralston. We're fucked. Oh, wait till I get this team up. Oh my God. Oh, we're done. Oh, I'm done. I am done. Wait till I get this team up. Oh, Jesus. You're going to just cry or scream. And the team is on the screen now. We'll put it up here today so we can get a real good... We'll get the full... There is the team. Schmeichel, Ralston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Tierney, McGregor, Hatate, Benji, Yang, Tenecte, and Kalechi in actual. On the bench. Oh, it's just disappeared. So why did it disappear? On the bench, we have Sinisalo, Bawishko, McCown, Kenny, Engels, Murray, Forrest, Donovan, and Scarachi. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that, because that's a really bad picture. What have Celtic done? That team is just That team is horrendous. Oh my god. That's a better one. That's clearer. Let me just get rid of this a second and then get tell me. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm going to be honest. Yang starts. Yeah, that's clearer. There we go. Apologies about that. But there is the team. As you see it, Schmeichel, Ralston, Carter Vickers, Scales, Tierney, McGregor, Hatate, Benji. It's a big game for Yang. Why is he starting Yang? Hopefully Yang's bird's been over. Hopefully Yang's... No Alistair Johnson at all. No, Alistair Johnson's not even made the bench. No AJ anywhere. Ralston's easily one of the worst players I've seen in the Celtic shirts. I want to see Tenecte on the right and Babushka on the left. Well, yeah, I think we all wanted that, but let me just change the comment, but I'll just change the size of it. Just get the comments in there. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that team today. I mean, on paper, it should... I mean, straight away, you're looking at Yang and you're thinking... Yang's the lightweight. Wait, let's try and see if we can open this window. It's the sun. It's still not doing nothing, is it? It's the light. Into the light. Ralston to cross the Yang overhead kick. Yeah, let's hope his girlfriend is over. I have no idea what Brendan's playing at, actually. Is he trying to give... Yang's not bad as some others in the squad. Yang even made the cover, yeah. Yang made the picture. Yang is the picture on Twitter. He made the cover. I didn't want to put it on because I didn't want to... And yeah. Right, now that we've seen the team, that's the best team possible considering the injuries. Folk knew or something. I think that Mikel Ange would have started before Yang, no? Playing him on a different side. McCowan. I suppose that, I mean, when you look at the midfield, it's a midfield that should be able to win the game. McGregor, Hatate, Benji. It's a big game for... We called it out before the game even... Before this was even released. For me, McGregor is... I'm just reading the comment now. Maybe be keeping players back for Young. At least Jan can run past a man, says Monty. Change my prediction to 2-0 to 0-0. Johnson's just back. Hope that the ref has got the middle of the park. Jed's back from holiday. I'll just put that up there a bit. Hi, Baz and everyone else watching. Just back from holiday. It's freezing and cold, Bonnie, Scotland. At least Callum isn't playing left back. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. It does show you when you look at the bench. I mean, even when you look at the bench, you've got Johnny Kenny, who's on the bench as second striker again. Shin Yamada's nowhere to be seen. Where does he come? Where do you put Shin Yamada on the bench? I always said that this was going to be an issue with Celtic until we change formation. With the strikers that we have within the squad, there's going to be strikers. You're going to have Callum Osmond and you're going to have Shin Yamada that are not going to get anywhere near the bench due to the fact that the manager is only going to have one striker sitting on the bench. When you look at the other players on the bench, you've got two defenders, two defenders, and Donovan and Murray, and then you've got midfield players and attackers. There's the ones that are really going to make the difference in the game. Those are the players that can... For me, McCowan should come on against Dundee. He's got a goal in him against that lot. Other players, I mean, I think the players that will come on will be Engels, McCowan, and Kenny. Can Kieran Tierney get a full 90 minutes? And it depends on Kieran Tierney's form more than anything, doesn't it? It depends on how how good he is. Yeah, I think everyone's dads have just went, what the fuck? Yang is the weakest link, but let's hope he has the game of his life today. Being a bit harsh on Yang, when he's on it, he can be good, and when he's bad, he's bad. Let's face it. Sorry, but I still think back to that pass that he made to himself in a game. He kicks it up the line, forgetting that he's the forward winger, and there was nobody else there. There was nobody in front of him. And that kind of thing makes you think, what the hell is he doing as a player? But yeah, are we being too harsh on Yang? I'm not too sure. Now that I've seen the team, I want to gub 10 Eckies. Oh man, let's hope that 10 Eckies Tenecti can play today. Belisha is shocking on the right. Brendan spoke about it. I suppose. Martin Todd says, what does Rodgers think about that team? Can't wait for Rodgers to leave. Go Forest and allowed someone who doesn't choose players because they're friends. I mean, you can understand why he's picked the team. Let's face it. You can understand why he's picked that team, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's not very enthusiastic for a lot of the fans when they see that. Let's just hope that we turn on the style today. Let's be a bit more positive. Lay off Yang. McGregor is 10 times worse than Yang. Where's the talk? Well, we'll wait and see today. I actually forgot about Yang. Was expecting that. Yang will run all day. He just forgets to take the ball with him, or he passes it to nobody that's there. Big shout out to Stephen Johnson, says Jed. Big shout out to Stephen Johnson. Hope you're okay. My Yang will be man of the match today. I'm going to say it reminds me of the COVID season. Hate to say it, Hearts could be 8 points clear next week after we play them. Midfield has less strength than teeth. Have we signed a contract with SPFL or someone to only play one type of formation? It's bloody Dundee. Can we not go two up front? Well said, JJ. I think that we've got the squad for it. I think when you go out and especially to an away game, do we really need the full backs battering up the pitch? Can you not just go for a three at the back, especially with that team? I mean, I would drop Ralston out of the team. If you're going to play two up front, I would drop Ralston out of the team, play Kieran Tierney as a back part of the back three, and then bring on, I'd even say Shin Yamada. But Shin Yamada's not getting in front of Johnny Kenny. So what's Shin Yamada do? The question should be, what is Shin Yamada doing in training that isn't as good as Johnny Kenny? There's the big question. I mean, people are saying, how could Shin Yamada not get on the bench? Well, what is he doing in training? What is Johnny Kenny doing in training that Shin Yamada isn't? I mean, that's the question today. Jed's going for 4-0 or 5-1. I don't think that they'll even score today. I think Engels will be sold in January. Better suited to be player will be replace him. Will we sell him? Will you get the money back for him to sell Arne Engels? He was brought in as a player for the long term. Talking about his price tag, I think is wrong. I think he was brought in as the replacement for Rio Hatate. And that's why we've got so many midfielders. We're not expecting Rio Hatate to be here for... I mean, Rio Hatate is what, 27, 28? Arne Engels is only 21. He's got a lot of football left in him, Arne Engels at Celtic. People get a bit excited about Arne Engels' price tag. I prefer Marcelo over KT. But do we need to play the inverted fullback role in a game like this? Wouldn't you be better playing a 3-5-2? I don't know. I think we'd be better flooding the midfield and putting two up front and just playing three at the back. That's what I think. Until Rodgers can decide on our first team consistent lineup, we are fucked. I think that it's more the players that we have that are fit. Put it this way, when you see that team, when Jota comes back into the team and Daizen Maida's in that team, Tenekti gets dropped, Yang gets dropped, and then everyone's saying, oh, why is Tenekti not getting a game? Why is Mikel Ange not getting a game? You've got Daizen and Jota who are fit. That's your preferred wingers. Daizen when he's on his game, unstoppable. Jota when he's on his game, unstoppable. I'd like to see Tenekti on one side and Jota on the other, but until that happens, we need to just get on with it. To be fair, Yang's held us out a few times. Jed Johnson's going for 3-0. Yang opener goal and assist for 3. Hope Yang pulls it out today. Why always me shirt? Yang hat trick today. Right away, check the Yang hat trick again. Green Smoke, we all want our players to succeed, but many won't. I would have tried Tenekti on the left. Balwasha on the... We've got another 10 weeks of his moon boot on. He's not got a moon boot on. Jota, he was seen at Celtic and he didn't have a moon boot on. Why no Sinisalo? He's on the bench. Sinisalo's your backup keeper for the season. As much as a lot of us want. If Schmeichel has one of his Schmeichel moments, he'll the chat for... It'll be interesting to see who gets the between the sticks for the cup game. That's all I'm saying. Bar Yang and Ralston. It's the best starting line. Yang. Yang's a donkey, says Thomas. According to Desmond, Callum has another 15 seasons in him. Don't say that. 100% should be trying 2 up front. 3-5-2, says Tartan. I think so. I think that we need to, especially in away games in the SPFL, we need to... I mean, if the manager doesn't want to go to a 3-5-2 in the SPFL, what's the thinking behind it? Because, and he'll say, well, if you go for a 3-5-2, it takes away... you've got the 2 fullbacks going forward. You've got one going the inverted into the midfield, which is Kieran Tierney, which I don't think is his best position. And it kind of allows someone to sit beside Callum McGregor, he'll say. So you've got the 2 there. Then that allows all the other players to go forward. So it's actually better than a 3-5-2. But then the issue that you have is you've only got one striker in the middle of the box, one target, and you've got other guys coming in. When you've got teams that play 5, 6, 7 at the back, and you've only got the one striker in the middle, and okay, you've got maybe other players coming in from the wings trying to cut in, late runs into the box, the manager will say. You've got all this tactical stuff. Just get fucking 2 big guys in the box. It worked under Martin O'Neill for a reason. And the game wasn't as defensive as back then. The game wasn't defensive at all, so it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out. 50-1 for a Yang hat trick, says Michelle. I need to go and check if a pub is open, because I've not decided whether I'm doing a watch along yet. The beer garden, because that doesn't open till later on, does it? What about Murphy's? Because they don't open till later either. Well, then I watch along. Yeah, I'll do a watch along. That way I could leave here and get something to eat before we start the watch along. Well, there we go. We are doing a watch along. It's bloody boiling in here. Boiling. Right, let's get back to this. Big Rab says, shit lineup. The team will click today and run out 6-0 winners. I can feel it. Monty's going for Dundee 0, Celtic 4. A Yang hat-trick. Tartan Psycho says we should definitely be going for a 3-5-2. I think so. Hearts have won the league. Rodgers should be finished with his reputation in tatters, losing to a Derby club a fraction of the money we have. Hearts have not won the league. Not at all. And if you are interested in, if you are talking about betting and you want to place a bet on today's game, make sure that you click on the link that is in the description. I'll just get it up on the screen. Because you can get a free bet. And if you do, you get a thing called match betting. Let me just do this. Studio. Going to. There we go. We'll get this up on the screen. Outplayed.com. Make money online with Outplayed, who we are affiliated with. I'll get it up on the screen just to show you. Do that one. Let's just get a new screen up. Share screen. There we go. Just do this, and then this. Up there, and then bring this down there. Technology. And then put me in the front. There we go. So yeah, if you are interested in betting, click the link that's in the video, or I will put the link up on the chat also. I'll get rid of this. Sorry, I fucking need to go into a different screen. Jesus Christ. I got a professional on to do this. Where's the screen? There we go. I'll pin that at the top. If you fancy a bet, so if you fancy Celtic to win, say 3-0, you can get, or if you fancy them to lose, you can go and put a bet on with this, and it shows you how to place a bet and make money at it by match betting. Let's get the screen back up. There we go. That's it. You can't join it free. What is match betting? Match betting is a way of turning the bookie free bets into cash. We do this by placing multiple bets on the same event to make sure that we cover every outcome possible. We use the free bet to lock in our guaranteed profit as long as you do it correctly. They teach you how to do match betting and how to make money gambling. And I know that some people are saying you shouldn't be promoting gambling, but the SPFL and Scottish football was pretty much owned by gambling companies, and there are a lot of people on the channel who do like to have a little bet. We outplayed to learn match betting. We've already taught over 150,000 people in the UK how to do it. It's the number one match betting service, and you can get a free trial if you click on the link that is on it, and This guy's been going on for a few years doing this. He's been doing it since 2010. He made 20 grand whilst at university, and then he's taken it up as his full-time career. How it works: 4 steps to outplaying at the bookies. Find a bookmaker offering a free bet, say £5, and to get £20. Bet. Step 2, sign up to that bookmaker, put a place in, say Celtic to win against Dundee, and then with another bet, another website, place against Celtic to draw as well, to ensure that you break even regardless of who wins. Celtic will win today, so just use the money to bet on Celtic to win and get your free bet. Do it again, bet, and then you will go your trial. You should get your free trial. Anyway, it's a fantastic way to make some cash. I'd done it a few years ago, but I'm not a betting man, so that's why I stopped it. And plus I moved. Anyway, let's get back to the team. So if you are interested in betting, I'm sure that you'll do that. Let's see what some people are saying on the land of Twitter about this Celtic team today. Sack the board. Schmeichel, Ralston, Yang, incredible. Sack the board, first one up. Why does Luke McCowan not get a game? Easily our best midfielder. Signed him from Dundee just to sit on your bench. This is Daniel Grant. Yang, Ralston's starting. Donovan must be superb. Of course, he gets dropped. Well played, Rodgers. No one had Yang on their team sheet this morning. And you know why is this? Because he's a man down. Shows you the state of our squad. Sack the board. Yang masterclass loading. That's horrendous, that lineup. Zero creativity in midfield. Going to be a long game. Anyway, I'm not reading any more of that. Too much negativity on it. Far too much negativity on it. Right, I am going to go and get ready to do a watch along. See how many of you want to join me watching the game live. Also watch the game live, and we can sit and chat on here to see what a fantastic. I've not got the telly or anything set up. I need to go and get loads of stuff sorted. For the first watch along in the new house. Anyway, on that note, thank you to everyone who's joined us this morning. Big shout out to Yang has no end product. We'll wait and see. Schmeichel, Howler near the end, and it's going to be 3-1. I foresee lots of passbacks from Kalmark, says Mr. Squeak. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I shall see you all just around about 10 minutes before kick-off. On that note, have a fantastic day. Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.